24-year-old Brad Strickler sat in the prisoner's box in a Newmarket courtroom convicted of first-degree murder. He heard 10 victim impact statements from the children and grandchildren of Sandy Gauthier. The 85-year-old great-grandmother from Keswick, Strickler brutally sexually assaulted and murdered 3 years ago inside her Keswick home before setting her house on fire. She should still be here, said a loved one, telling the court Gauthier's home was where the family gathered for holidays and special occasions. The woman then held up a picture drawn by Gauthier's great-grandson, depicting Gauthier up in the sky looking down on him on a swing. The court heard after a night of heavy drinking with his family, Strickler went for a walk and entered Gauthier's home. After a murder plea was rejected, Strickler argued he was too drunk to have the mental state required for murder. The jury disagreed. Loved ones described a loving and healthy 85-year-old woman who loved cross-stitching and baking. Her daughter-in-law referred to Gauthier as the hub of the family. Her granddaughter calling Gauthier a pillar of strength, love, and wisdom, whose senseless murder followed by the burning of her home has left her family shattered, losing Gauthier in the home and everything in it. Bradley didn't just take a life. He stole pieces of who we are, said her granddaughter. Gauthier's daughter-in-law adding, Mr. Strickler doesn't realize the memories he stole from us. When offered a chance to address the court, Strickler declined. Justice Jill Cameron called the nature of his actions brazen and heinous, adding Gauthier loved her family and was greatly loved by them, and had many years left to enjoy a quiet and peaceful life before it was viciously and violently cut short. Justice Cameron telling Strickler the jury obviously didn't believe you were so drunk that you didn't know what you were doing that night, and neither do I. Telling him the only reason you entered that home was to fulfill a selfish sexual desire. Arrested in late 2022, Strickler will be 46 years old before he can first apply for parole in 2047. As part of his sentencing conditions imposed by Justice Cameron, Strickler is not to communicate with the family of Sandy Gauthier. Mike Arsleedy, CTV News, Newmarket.